Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for all my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And this is an opinion-based video channel where I try to open your eyes and your ears to some of the travails and trepidations that take place in our cities, our states, and our country, and sometimes around the world. And this one, unfortunately, is coming straight out of Houston, Texas. Where a mother was dating a gentleman who did something terrible to her daughter. But her daughter was grown, but was intellectually disabled. Here we go. Mother's pursuit leads to arrest of ex-boyfriend charged with assault on intellectually disabled daughter. A Houston man is set to be sentenced next month after he pleaded guilty to essaying a woman who has the mental capacity of a child. After extradition and multiple hiccups in the court process, the case will finally see justice. Fox 26, Abigail Dye has more details. Kobe Martin says it's been a long time coming. We've prayed for this, she said. Her ex-boyfriend, Jared Williams, who was a close family friend, lived with her and her 29-year-old daughter. She says her daughter is intellectually developmentally delayed and has the mental capacity of between a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. But one night, for whatever reason, she said, I had a strange feeling telling me to check the phone, she said, which was actually his phone, Jared's phone. So she went through Williams' phone and found a video that changed her life forever. It was a video of Williams essaying her daughter on the bedroom floor. Wow. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It played over and over in my head like a nightmare, she said. A Houston man is set to be sentenced next month after he pleaded guilty to essaying a woman who has the capacity of a child. After extradition and multiple hiccups in the court process, the case will finally see the light of day. She called the police and confronted Williams, who ran. He jumped out of the bedroom window, barefoot, barely clothed, and ran. Took off on foot, she said. The Harris County District Attorney charged Williams with aggravated essay of a disabled person. Aggravated. This was all back in 2020. Though the police searched, they couldn't find Williams. Martin eventually got word that he might be in California. So she called around trying to find someone to help her. She said, I was looking for a dog bounty hunter type character, and I was like, does anyone like him really exist? She found out it does. David Adams, California fugitive investigator and private investigator, helped Martin orchestrate a setup. He was able to coordinate with the Orange County Sheriff's Office to catch Williams at a California Walmart. I was glad I was able to assist in some way, shape, or form, he said. He says he's happy to see the case finally get to sentencing. It's about time he got sentenced for what he did, and it's on with him and God. It took years for Williams' case to go through the system. Court dates were pushed back by the pandemic, changes in settings, and changings of judges multiple times. During that time, Martin began forming a nonprofit called Innocent Voices for the Unsilenced. The goal is to lobby for more protection for disabled people when it comes to crime and supporting families who are going through what their family has endured. We created a nonprofit organization to give others hope in knowing that everyone, when they feel like there is no voice, they have one. And there are numbers that you can reach. Folks, shaky voice and all, I'm still here representing a whole lot of people who have been overlooked for way too long, she said. Last week, fortunately, Williams pleaded guilty to an aggravated essay charge. He will be sentenced April 4th, which is actually 2 days from today. This is a very disturbing story, and it goes to show, I've said in my other videos, that I think being a young person and or being a single woman today, trying to find a mate and take care of the things that they need to take care of as a single parent or a single woman is very tough. Vetting the right person, knowing who your true friends are versus your foes, and then even taking it further to dating, let alone even marrying someone, and or even letting someone move in or you move in with them is a very big deal. It's one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever make. And the kind of energy, a lot of negative energy that is out in many of our cities and our communities. You have to vet that person the best you can because you're bringing that negative energy into your home, which is supposed to be your safe haven and your resource for solace. And of course, she ended up bringing a very demonic and diabolical individual who would take advantage of her developmentally disabled daughter. Uh, is terrible. To me, even though she is a 29-year-old woman, but she has a thought processes of a 5-year old. It's almost like essaying a child or child abuse in a real sense. And this person is basically incapacitated, and for this grown man to take advantage of her 29-year-old daughter, he needs to spend the rest of his life in prison. Somebody that has that kind of mindset, that kind of negative sneakiness, if they don't take him off the streets for a very long time, eventually he's going to commit more heinous crimes, possibly the R word if he hasn't already done that in his history and didn't get caught, and he could end up also killing or murdering someone. All the signs are on the wall that this is an individual that is very disturbed, that is mentally ill, that has a certain callousness for humankind and humanity, and for him to do this to his girlfriend's daughter and be living with the girlfriend and do this to her daughter, it doesn't get more debauchery than that. And so this is just a learning tool for women, bringing the right person in your home. And I did a video on a case where, now this is a black female, but I did a video on a case out of Oklahoma where a white female had a boyfriend who had been in and out of prison, and she got up in the middle of the night and couldn't find her boyfriend, and he was in the room assaulting her daughter, and he was HIV positive. So there are tons of stories of women letting their guard down. I know it's not easy picking the right person. You never know until you know. And just thank God that this ex-boyfriend that assaulted her daughter did not do anything worse. The trauma of this experience for both the mother and the daughter is going to be an ongoing process from a psychological and physical and emotional standpoint. We got to send our prayers out to this mother and her daughter and their family, and thank God that they have gotten this gentleman off the street. Cases like this, along with murder and first-degree assaults and stuff like that, need to be a top priority, and this guy needs to be a registered S offender, and hopefully he will get a long-term prison sentence, and things will not be easy for him while he's in prison. But thank God for the mother's intuition. I always talk about utilizing the 5 senses that God has given you. Your gut is very seldom wrong, and women have that intuition or that chakra better than men do, and her intuition told her to check her boyfriend's cell phone, and that video coverage was there, or she would have never known. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. This is a case right out of Houston, Texas. He got caught in California, and thank God he's off the street, and he will be in court on Friday. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in a positive, righteous, and God-fearing way.